Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to UKSG Blue 2023. We're coming to you live from Glasgow, Scotland. Just to make you aware that we do have some links underneath the stream if you'd like to help donate to this lovely cause in Marathon. You can also, in the chat, use your bits, and any of you that have those lovely Twitch primes lying around, you too can help support. But we are back. We have Fury and a returning face, Apache Smash, here once again to help out for our final game in the MGS block here, the Twin Snakes. Lads, if there's anything you'd like to say before we get the run started?
Yeah, I'm just Theory UK and I'm joined by Apache, so we'll get it started now.
Fantastic, lads. Would you like a countdown, or would you like to take that over for yourselves?
Yeah, I can just count down if you want.
Absolute. Right, we all ready over there, lads? Bang on.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's do this. Finish strong with the Twin Snakes. Cheeky remake of Metal Gear Solid, made only for the GameCube, in the Metal Gear Solid 2 engine. So Metal Gear Solid 1 story and world and gameplay, but with the MGS2 engine.
Yep.
Is this your first in-person, Fury?
No, I did UKSM.
UKSM.
2 years ago, or a year ago, I think. Yeah, a year ago, I think.
So normally we get to talk during docs. Back in the day, we used to anyway.
Yeah.
Then a mad lad called Prozac found a way to somehow skip the docks. The holy grail of skips. It looks just like that. He extended his hitbox into the elevator, which allows you straight out the docks.
Yeah, that saves about a minute and a half off the bat, so way better than what it used to be.
Yeah. It was just, you wait in the docks, and the elevator comes down. In fact, you saw it a few hours ago, to be fair.
Yeah. Just getting through some codecs here. Unfortunately, there's no way to quick skip codecs in TTS. You just have to just double mash triangle, or Y in my case, because I'm on the Xbox controller. I'm just going to head up here, and I'm going to trank this guard because I need another magazine for the same trick again later. I'm just going to roll him.
So a really fun mechanic as well, when you're in intrusion view or crawling in a vent, you can rapidly mash the menu on and off, and it makes you move a little bit faster. So you get to do it all the way through this here.
Yeah, my poor wrists. You get used to it, but it's still like, it makes your thumb ache. It just makes the muscle tighten.
Yeah, it's particularly hard to do with a GameCube controller as well, right? It's
Yeah.
a strange feeling. It's like a half press or whatever.
And the problem is you'd normally be able to just use a trigger, but because we're on the emulator, the triggers are like digital triggers, and because I'm not using a GameCube controller, like most people don't use a GameCube controller anyway, the triggers are just like too sensitive, so you can't actually just mash with them like you'd normally would be able to. They just open up, and then that just like loses your time, so you just have to mash with like the right stick, with R3. So
Is that more or less comfortable than a trigger?
I'd prefer a trigger, but
Yeah,
that wasn't too bad actually. So we take a longer line there, because on normal the guard will spot you if you just take the normal like line where you would just take a quick route to the elevator. So we just take the longer line, so he sees us further away, and then he walks over there instead of near the elevator, so we can just walk to it. Switch to the mag here.
And we're quite limited on magazines. We get like 2 chances at two different skips we're going to do. We get you know, 2 chances at the first and then 1 chance at the other, and there's a loss of missing out on the other skip if you fail to get the first time. So kind of important. The second one is like 20 seconds.
Yeah,
right?
it's something like 20 seconds, I think. Yeah, it's not a big deal, but it's nice to get. So we used to do before the skip. We did do like SOCOM roll. That was found by Snake SOCOM, I think. And you could just basically, we had to wait for the door open, and then if you set yourself up, you could roll and grab the SOCOM in the fade out to the cutscene, and so you'd have the SOCOM in your inventory ready to go in the next fight. But we're not going to do that here. We're going to try and skip the door. Grab the mag. Yeah, there we go.
Absolutely perfect. Both skips first try, mate.
Yeah, I'm glad they did. I was making sure like I practiced them.
All right, this is the guard rush.
I'm warmed up as well.
We've got nice big heads in the Twin Snakes, right? So it's easy
Yep.
to get headshots.
Yeah, and the hitboxes are like a little bit in front of them. So if you shoot early, a little bit early, you can just hit them in the head. They like walk into the shot basically. You'll see it in a minute when I shoot these, after these 3 guards that walk in, when I shoot the ones that are, I'm going to wait for them, I'm going to see them in the corridor walking down. Aim is a little bit weird in this game. It's kind of like MGS2 where it's like has acceleration, and so like you see I early shot them and get early headshots. Nice, we got ammo as well, which is good. Need to pick these M9 bullets up. And last 3 guards. Just gonna headshot them. Headshotting is actually slower because guards have a longer animation when they get headshot. Oh, I'm just gonna, because I got spare ammo.
Is it like doing the lock-on body shots is faster, and then the groin shot is like the fastest?
Yeah, or like heart shots, I think are the fastest because they drop instantly. There's no delay on their death animation, and so they despawn quickly. And you need them to despawn to get the other guards to spawn in. But it's so like hard to hit a heart shot.
Especially on the moving targets, because you go out to them, right? It's like on a stood-still target, it's still quite an awkward shot to set up. They're not like intuitive, but I think that's the future of both MGS2 and Twin Snakes, is just heart shotting everyone.
Yep. It'll happen eventually. People will just figure out a way to like make it easier to aim for stuff. So we're in the armory, same as you saw earlier in the first, in the original version of this game. I'm gonna pick up the C4. That's all.
You could argue all day, I think, about what fights were made better and what fights were made worse in the Twin Snakes, but we can definitely say that Revolver Ocelot is significantly easier in the Twin Snakes.
Yeah, it's super trivial. You see it here. It's literally going to take me 3 headshots to get rid of him. Because we have the M9 in Twin Snakes, where you don't have that in the original, it just makes a lot of boss fights way easier. So we're just going to aim at his head.
Do you be able to like aim in first person, just like this?
Yep.
And yeah, it's 3 shots to the head. It's 3 shots on every difficulty as well, right?
I think so, except for hard, because we don't get the M9 on hard. Because it's out of the way. It's actually behind one of the walls that we have to blow up, and it's just like, it's not routed in.
Another strike of hard doing something like more different, like way slower than extreme. It happens all the time.
No one's ever routed it in. I think Blue wanted to route in at one point, but he never got around to it. Right. Need to call Meryl.
Yeah, you can call Meryl in here, same frequency number, but you can actually call her from this room, which you can't in the original.
Yeah, even though there's jamming in here, like there is in the original. It's one of those, like you say, one of those differences between both games. In this, like you said earlier, actually, if people remember, in this and the torture sequence, if you do mash it, there is rapid fire checks. But in MGS1, they're not even in the code.
They just don't
exist.
You can definitely explain the lasers in the in the tank hangar.
Yeah, so I've got a set of lasers coming up because we can't go out of bounds like you could in the original.
Yeah.
So I need to answer a codec here immediately, and I need to mash through this cutscene quickly. And then I'm gonna roll these lasers specifically. So, I might have messed up now actually. I'm gonna have to go slow.
Yep.
So I hit the wall. I'm just gonna. Normally, what I would do is wait till it's like. Oh, I'm gonna get an alert as well. I might be.
Oh, no way, right? So he's avoiding the lasers to not die in the gas, and because he had to shoot early because he got stuck on the wall, he had to use the SOCOM to take out
and then the guard.
Smoke your cigarette, you'll die quicker.
Yeah, true.
Cigarettes are bad.
It's not a big deal because continues, like, this is actually probably the longest continue you can take in the game, really, and it's not that long. Normally continues like a really quick. Kind of similar to MGS1 because MGS1's continue screen is pretty quick. This is a little bit slower than MGS1 probably, but not by much. But it's alright. When I continue, I'll actually be able to, like, should be able to get it.
Yeah, you just got stuck on the wall, it kind of messed up the timing.
Actually, you know what, I'm just gonna... Where is this guy? I think he's above me.
I reckon he's above just because he heard it.
He is, there he is. I should be good, because the other guard should be... Whoa. No.
Leave the room.
Yeah. Oh, it should be alright. We'll just hide in the corner. Not how I wanted it to go, but we make do. Oh, you.
I'm in awe of the weird set of circumstances that led to this.
Yeah, I know. It's because I forgot when you reset this room, like off a death, you don't reset like at the elevator. You just reset in the laser room, and I forget where. Like I forget the actual layout of the lasers when you do that. So I'll just take the continuing. I just have to wait for the evasion to disappear, and then the door will open.
Can you use the lift to change the floor to get rid of it?
Yeah, you probably can. I don't know actually. I don't know if you can call. Well, maybe you can. It should disappear.
Yeah, so I'll just give you something to do.
I'm just gonna have to take.
So completely different from the original is the ability to actually hit the sensors, and they're just straight like the sensors from MGS2.
Yeah. Yeah, you just shoot them out and you're good to go. Unfortunately, that isn't exactly how you're supposed to do that one, but we'll roll with it.
Alright, this is a fight that, in my opinion, is better in this Wind Snakes. So the
It's
M1
easier,
tank,
I think.
I think just the ability to be able to hit him and have the choice to hit him in first person. If you
Yeah.
can't get the grenades in, there's like a backup to it. Whereas the M1 tank in the original is just like either you dunk the grenades or you die.
Yeah.
And there is a glitch as well. I'm pretty
I got
certain it's
low
a glitch.
damage. I did not hit him in the head, but I can still recover this. Oh no, yeah, no. This might be. How did I miss his head so much?
No, I'm pretty sure you're on the head every time, but
I might have to take it.
nah, recover it. You're good. When you go into first person, he'll duck back down, which I think is interesting. How could he know that? But he does.
Right.
Gunner 1 down. Let's see Gunner 2.
Should be alright. That's sound here. Yeah, it's close enough. Is he gonna go back down? Yeah, he is. Oh, he didn't come back up though, because the spot he's in. Oh, that's the only problem is he goes up and down, up and down.
Yeah. Whenever you aim in first person, he'll duck back down. So you get like a limited amount of time to shoot him.
Oh, my frozen's a ration. My rations are frozen as well. No way. I'm gonna have to watch out for his gun and a tank. Oh.
This is the time. You're
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
get
yeah.
to show you how it should go.
Yeah. This was the other thing I was hoping that didn't go wrong.
It's not going to. Right now.
It's true. I need to wait here, like when I shoot him. That's it. There we go. Need to get full damage on him. His head hitbox is a little weird. You kind of have to aim. It's almost like the paint. You have to aim at his like neck or lower, like where his jaw is. If you aim at the top, it just misses. So you have to like aim a little bit lower down. Oh no, I was too close. That's not good. That's actually not good. I might be alright here actually.
One more hit.
Get out the gun. I'm waiting in third person because it actually makes him walk out more. Come out more. More likely to come out when you're in third person. It's just hard to hit when.
Yeah, it's like the difference between the headshot damage and any other shot is like it's such a difference.
And when the tank's constantly moving, like it is. Oh come on, get out the gun, mate. Well, the tank stood still. Please get out. There he is. Oh, yeah. Might be dead. Yeah. I'm
Hey,
dead.
wait for the most
No.
heroic shot of all time. You're like, I'm just gonna
No.
hit him before he hits me. Oh, I respect the
Oh.
I respect that you're running into danger like that, mate. I really do.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong on this fight, literally.
But after this, we're home
I've got
clear.
I almost got to chuck the chaff as well.
The chaff grenade prevents him from just hitting you with the turret
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the way, right? Not the turret, like shelling you on the way, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's just to stop him from like literally destroying you in one go. Oh, come on, game. Really? There's no way. I normally never miss any of these shots, but. And then because the tank moves, you just can't. It just doesn't stop. Whatever, that'll do. Come on, this one.
See how you like this?
Oh, that's not good. He was turned the wrong way. This is bad, actually. Okay, that was the correct shot. It was a headshot. But he just takes so long to get out of the gun sometimes. And I have to dodge the tank and then dodges. Oh, now he's down, yeah. Oh my god, this is not good. Oh,
Let's get out of there, man. M1
Jesus.
tank beasted.
it's normally not that bad. It should have been fine. All in my practice was fine as well. But
That's the thing. You've
That's
got,
the
I mean,
tank
you've got
for
it, your practice has to go terrible.
Yeah.
And the actual game goes amazing.
Oh,
Cheeky glitch here
yeah.
that does exist in MGS2 as well, but we don't really have a use for it in Metal Gear Solid 2. But we do have a use for it in the Twin Snakes. It's not just that it gets us in there faster, but it also skips a codec. So we have to do that glitch both times now. The
Yeah.
codec only triggers when you're prone into the room. It's quite a long one as well, right?
yeah, it is. And I take a specific line towards both of those guards because if they hit you with their shotgun blasts, you get the codec. So basically, you do it all for nothing.
Oh, so if you touch the floor anywhere in the room, that's really interesting.
Yeah, if you get knocked down at any point, you just get the codec anyway. So you kind of like it kind of negates even doing it.
Getting out remote
Wee.
controlled missile.
Onto the ninja, which is a much easier fight. Like it's literally just keeping him in a loop.
Yeah, we avoid all of the ninjas phases, right? We keep them in phase 1 forever, which is something that like is just sort of being worked on in the original Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah,
now
it's literally just found
Yeah.
that one.
So it's so interesting to see where the games like cross over like that, where we find
Yeah.
the same thing for both games, despite this game is made in
Oh,
like much different
yeah.
circumstances.
Moving way too slow there.
It's funny how whenever something gets found for Twin Snakes
I'm
or
gonna have to get up some options.
get some air, go out, get some air.
I need to be close to this wall. Oh, I might get shot again. Yeah, why is it? Shouldn't be shooting me that easily. There we go. And I'm gonna unequip a little bit earlier because you can do that.
Yeah, they actually tell you to do that as well, like unequipping
Yeah.
early. They actually teach you how to do that in radio calls and codecs.
Roll through here because it just like gets into the trigger earlier. So this, and then we'll do another roll because it'll I'll land it with the door. It'll just land right in the trigger. Right.
Alright, so to keep the ninja in the first phase for the entire fight, after you do a punch kick, you need to shoot him and then punch him twice. What Fury is also going to do is, when the kick comes out, he's going to switch to his Nikita, which, if you land the kick, you will do the Nikita's damage as if you were swinging the Nikita at him, the melee attack of the Nikita. But the kick is really short. He's got like really stubby legs or something. Like you have to stand so close for the kick to land.
Yeah, and if you stand too close, you saw there, it'll just punch kick you into the floor, and it's like you just lose time. You know?
But yeah,
So-
he won't do the now we can fight as warriors cutscene. he basically will stay in phase 1 for the entire fight. In fact, you have to let him out of it eventually, right? But then he'll die after that.
Yeah.
So what should normally happen is...
Oh, yeah, he's gonna do... Oh, yeah, it's because he's behind the chair. I couldn't get him. Oh, come here. There you go. Not a great ninja fight.
So he should have done this cutscene ages ago.
Yeah.
And then he would have gone into what's called like phase 2.
Yeah.
But he's already dead. So now if any sort of attack on him, we'll finish him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna roll him when he gets here. There we go. Now we've got a long ass codec to go through and cutscenes.
I think it's cool how they added. There's a little Yoshi in this room, and if you shoot it, it gives you your health back. And on the original Metal Gear Solid, there's a PlayStation in this room, but on this version, there's a GameCube.
Yeah, it's all swapped.
I think that's super cute.
Nice little details, isn't it?
Yeah.
People do say if you shoot the Yoshi, you do manipulate the RNG in your favor.
I do see a lot of people that do runs of this game shoot it, or like always shoot it.
So we might have to shoot it with the way this one's going.
All Karatans achieved.
Chaff grenades down here before we leave, because we're going to need them for later.
So Yoshi's first appearance in Metal Gear, right? But not his last,
Yeah.
because he's also in the 3DS version of MGS3.
Yeah, he's all the keratins, isn't he? It's replaced.
Yeah, in 3DS, and there's less of them.
Funny, considering it's like one of the worst versions of the game.
It's certainly like of its time. It's got its charm, but
Like to be one.
once you play 60 FPS, that's it.
Yeah.
You can't play 17.
So now we got to meet up with Meryl. I'm not going to shoot here though, because it would be too loud, and the other gardener would hear it. I'm just going to knock on the wall and then walk up to her. Skip her cutscenes. And then on the way to Psycho Mantis, which it's a technical fight. It's not like difficult. It's just a lot of stuff going on in it. We're going to try and do a phase skip, so I need to land enough damage on Mantis so that when he starts controlling Meryl for the first time, she'll actually just like immediately just get knocked out. If I don't, it's not a big deal. I just have to trank her. But I'll try and get it. It's not easy to get. Once again, I got it in practice, so it probably won't happen here. I also need to equip the SOCOM here when I punch kick, otherwise you actually don't do enough damage to knock her out. So you'll just be stood there waiting for her to get up. And then what I'm going to do is, like, when I gain control, I'm going to run over to it behind this couch. I'm going to crouch, and I'm going to turn around. And then I'm going to hold the trigger, because you can, like, buffer menu opening. I'm going to open this, and I'm going to run up. Nice. I'm just going to let him hit me, because it doesn't matter. And now I need to just keep tranking him in his right leg. Might not have enough tranks for this fight, actually. No, I should do. Should be alright.
There'll be some round the edge, surely.
Yeah.
But yeah, his right leg is for some reason the same as head damage.
Yeah, for whatever reason in the programming, it's not supposed to be, but yeah, we got the phase skip, so it just immediately knocks out, and then it'll just skip straight to the second version, the second control. And then all I need to do is actually just first person aim, and then just stand on my tiptoes and shoot Mantis in the head, because his head will be just bobbing up and down behind her. So. Right, there we go. Yeah, I got enough. I should have enough tranks. It should literally be enough, I think, as long as I don't miss. So I'm gonna play it safe. Oh well, and I didn't play it safe, so. Oh no, that's not good. There we go. Right, I need him back in the middle. There we go. I don't mind him hitting me. I just need him back. There we go.
Good fight. Good fight.
That wasn't exactly how it's supposed to go at the end, but I mean, I got the phase skip, so that's all that really matters. That I actually got the phase skip, because that takes up the most time.
He also showed his leg head, which is always, always fun.
And we don't need to actually do anything like it says on screen there, because I've already set the controller up to be in both ports 1 and 4. On the emulator, you can just set any port to have an active controller.
Oh yeah, so I didn't mention, but like in on the PlayStation, you would have to change controller to stop Psycho Mantis from reading your thoughts. On the GameCube, if you go from 1 to 2, it like works a little bit, but it doesn't fully work until you go to slot 4. So you just start with both controllers in 1 and 4.
And I'm going to do a little trick here. We're actually going to... I don't need aim. No, aim at Meryl. I'm going to shoot Meryl twice, and I'm going to roll through her because it skips a cutscene, a little mini cutscene there where she talks about how Snake's supposed to be good with dogs. And then just like MGS1, you can literally just skip the mines. You don't have to walk in any of the pathway.
Yeah, they were on to us. They stopped us from running in a straight line. Now we have to run
around the circle. Yeah. Hopefully we get a good wolf, because she is RNG. Okay, she's out in the open, so she's in the middle. I think she's first position to the right of the pole, so should be alright when I come back. I'm actually going to conserve M9 ammo here, and I'm just going to use, well, I'm just going to roll that one. So got me.
They don't do that much damage, but they're so lethal.
They are
that dog
annoying.
flew through the air at you then.
I'm pretty sure they can jump over the barrier by accident. They can like glitch out and go over here.
Their aggression is dialed up compared to MGS1 for sure.
They're just annoying because they can pile onto you. If both of them come round, I've had it when both of them have made it round the corner, and they just keep piling on you. One will do its like howling animation, the other one's ready to attack, and then by the time the other one's finished attacking, the other one's finished howling, ready to attack, and they just keep piling on you. Right, unlike MGS1, the original, we don't have to... Oh, wrong way. We don't have to backtrack so far, we just have to come back here, and we can get the PSG-1T, because the non-lethal is quicker, and it saves going all the way back to the armory. So we can just run here, grab that, make our way back to the wolf fight. That's actually like one of the nice things. That's like the quality of life changes that were made to this game. As we'll see later on with the power keys, is they just put in 2 pipes later on in the hangar, so you don't have to go all the way back to the cold warehouse, and you don't have to go back to the blast furnace. You just shoot 2 pipes.
And forever get told to do it while you're playing Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, it's true. You do get told. Yeah, this is where it gets rough though, because now both dogs are here. Hopefully they howl. Yeah, they did. Okay.
The dogs were setting you up for an infinite then.
Yeah. My rations are still frozen. Great.
Can you heat them up on the pipe?
Yeah. I shouldn't eat them anyway. There's nothing. Okay, so she's got the pillar. She pretty much like can't hit you when she's in this position. I want to go for headshots. Because of the acceleration on the aim, it's like really awkward. I just gotta wait for her to come out. Which way is she gonna go? Oh, nice, she went there. Oh. Ah, she hit me. Oh. 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 I'm gonna take another one. You can see the acceleration as I... Nice, there we go. That works.
Good hit, awkward pattern. She hit quite a bit as well.
Yeah. That would have been, if I'd not missed so many shots, it's just not easy to do with that. You can see the acceleration even when I'm tapping it, it just flies. I'm actually going to do a little trick. I'm going to roll and I'm going to switch to PSG 1T. And what that's going to do is going to do like a menu trick. It's going to like save my M9 as the previous. Because I'm running previous instead of unequipped. So like I can have 2 weapons or 2 items equipped at once. And then what it's going to do is once I get my gear, the game's going to remember that I had M9 on previous, not the PSG 1T. And so I can just hit the trigger and equip. I need to submit there. Yeah, then I can just hit the trigger or hit my weapon equip. And the M9 will be on. So it saves me a menu.
We submit to the torture instantly simply because it's faster.
Yeah, I mean, I could have done it for the incentive, but I didn't want to mash. I'm terrible at mashing. Not that it's like, I don't think it's that bad on normal, I just can't mash to save my life. So.
Or forget about the bomb. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about like boat Merrill guys, they might forget the bomb.
Long codec. This is one of the longest in the game, I'm pretty sure. This and like the ending codec. It's just all story stuff, you know. Like, it all gets retconned anyway later on.
Not if you pretend the retcons don't exist.
This section's pretty much on a rail, but you can speed it up by not letting Johnny sneeze. So we're going to knock on the wall at certain points so that when he stops, he normally sneezes. So if we knock and we interrupt him, he won't sneeze and it'll actually speed up his movement because he won't stand there sneezing.
So we're not just pestering Johnny because we want to.
Oh, he might sneeze there.
Shut up in there, will ya?
Yeah, we're doing it specifically because there is actually a mechanic to it.
Shut up in there, will ya?
Should be good. Once he gets back round, it's fine. Now I just have to wait. He'll sneeze and then should be good after the sneeze. Yep, there we go. Also, the difference that people always talk about here is how he sounds a lot less angry in this one. The voice actor for this sounds way less annoyed or just like harsh. And then MGS1, if you listen to him, he just like, I guess it's the way they recorded it and everything, but like he's super like loud and just angry. This one kind of falls more, I guess, in line with his character as you later discover, as he gets developed later on.
True.
Hey, I'm here. Where?
Going to escape the same way as you saw in the original one. We're just going to use the catch up. But we're actually going to do a different trick. I don't want to lay that way. I'll lay into the door. I'm going to equip the handkerchief. And then we're just going to wait here. I'm also going to do like what they call, I'm going to do the throw. I'm just going to do the safe. There's a trick called the prism roll. You can roll for your gear at the like on the right spot. And you'll be able to roll into your gear and get out. But I'm going to do the safe method because it's just way easier than messing up. So what I'm going to do is going to throw Johnny and then I'm going to roll for the exit. And if I get out in time, which seems pretty good, I'll know if I'm wearing my suit, my gear, like already when I'm out. Yeah, we're good. If you're wearing your gear when you get out, it means you've done the trick right. That's actually going to skip like a complete like cutscene. When I go back to the comm tower, the underground pass, when you transfer over, there's a big cutscene where it talks, where like mentions Meryl being dragged off or whatever, or dying and stuff, and getting shot. We skip that because the game still thinks we're in the medical room. It still thinks we're in the torture when we're not. So I just walk in, pick up my gear, and walk out. And then there's that menu trick that I mentioned earlier where I can just equip the M9 straight away because it was on previous.
Yeah, there's normally gun turrets outside, isn't
Yeah,
there, as well?
that's another way to tell. When you walk out, you can hear them moving. So
the game just thinks it's in a weird state now.
yeah. It lets you progress because the game, I guess, like they're just like, well, we can't break the game. We gotta let it continue, but it just skips a bunch of flags. Gotta take a wide line here.
Who's there?
I don't actually have to pick up those grenades there, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. we got to do the shaft trick again. Oh, nice. Dodged him as well. This guy might hit me now. No.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
That, do you know what? Do you know what's funny? That was the one thing I did fail in practice. Was that so?
I told you, it's
There you
100%
go.
true and real science. If it goes bad in practice, it will go good in the run,
Yep.
and vice versa.
Equip the stuns because we're going to need them in the tower. Now I got the handkerchief. I can just equip the handkerchief and the dogs will love me, and so they just won't attack me and I can just walk through.
Yeah, the handkerchief smells like Sniper Wolf, who the dog that hers.
I'm going to have to switch discs as well. As soon as I enter this door up here, for Twin Snakes, this is where the disc swap happens, unlike the original, which is the blast furnace. So I'm just going to switch the discs now. And change disc. A little bit slower than you'd normally do it, but it's fine. You have to wait for that text to appear, the Metal Gear title text to appear. If you do it too early, you'll just like crash out the emulator. Right, I'm going to cook a stunt. I'm going to throw it, bounce off the door, and then trigger the alarm. And then what this is going to do is, unlike the original game where you saw like they chuck a grenade to start to trigger the alarm, I'm just going to chuck the stun, bounce it, and it's going to stop delay those two guards behind me, or that pack of guards behind me. They'll eventually catch up, but hopefully I'll chuck the correct stuns if I remember which floors to chuck them on. I have to cook one here. Yeah. I'll chuck another one. I'm terrible at like this like which stuns you have to throw on which floor. Like that. There's a guy here. So I threw too early. It's all good. I got plenty of stuns and I'll just switch to the M9 anyway. Once. The only thing I'm worried about... Okay, cool. That's fine. I have got rations. They're unfrozen. I needed rations for the Hind. I will actually need them for the Hind, I just remembered. But it's fine because they're unfrozen because I've been in warm areas enough. There's a double guard here on this floor. So you just have to be careful with that one. Because you can make... Sometimes you can just make it through the first guard and then get kicked by the second one. You'll see them like as I run past them, if I just bump through one or run past one, they'll like swing their gun at you. They do like a weird animation. They get clipped inside themselves. It's just them swinging. Oh my god, I'm going to roll those two. That wasn't the worst tower climb I've had.
Fine climb.
Yeah, only took like a handful of hits. It's not so much the damage, like I'm not worried about how much life I lose, because it's normal and you don't really have to worry. It's the fact that every time you get hit, you get slowed down. So you just want to make it through there with the least amount of hits. Now I need to equip the rope, because we're going to do the rappel sequence. Unfortunately, unlike MGS1, we don't have a boba skip. We've tried the door, it doesn't work the same way.
Don't have a boba skip yet.
Yeah, yet. But we can actually skip the rappel, because the rappel's not as long as it is in the original, technically, and there is a little trick we can do to, like, speed it up. So I'm going to try and get the trick. I usually get it, so as long as I do the right inputs. A little bit slower on that one. I'm going to have to take the call and then swing over. I need to get onto this girder here. Take the damage from it. Jump. That should be it. As soon as I hit this girder underneath, yep, there we go. Just drop down and hit the trigger, and now I'm on the walkway. Thanks. I needed something after the beginning of this run. So now I've got the
Cover it
walkway
strongly.
guards. So I'm going to actually use a pentacle. There are multiple ways you can do this. I'm just going to do it with the PSG-1T because it's the easiest way to do it. Because you can barely see them. So I'm just going to take them out of the PSG-1. You can actually walk up a little bit and then use the SOCOM, but it's really hard to see. TTS has this like fog effect that's on, which there's always a debate in the community about removing it, but it probably won't ever get removed. It's not that big of a deal, but in situations like that, the fog effect in the game just stops you from being able to see things properly at long distances, which is, you know, kind of the point. So I just use the PSG-1T. It doesn't matter though, like as long as you get through it without like getting shot down, because they knock you down just like they do in the other one. And now I need to be careful here because I'm right on the edge. Usually you can roll, I'd roll in that. If you roll to that trigger, Snake will be further back from the edge so you won't accidentally fall off. Now for the tower climb on Tower B, because I need to go up and fight the Hind. So I'm going to equip the chaffs here. Put the rations on. Roll into this. And I'm going to throw a chaff immediately. No, actually. No, I'm not, because I don't have 4 chaffs. I'm not going to throw a chaff immediately. That's a different strat. I'm going to have the chaff equip, and I'm going to run the first 2 sets of cameras. It'll lag a little bit, but it won't lag too badly. But I need to save these last 2 for the last 2 sets, because the first one is just 1 camera on its own. The second one's 2, third one 3, fourth one 4, and I need 2 chaffs for the last 2 because it lags really badly on the last 2 because there's 3 and 4 cameras. You can see it starting to lag a little bit there too. So I'm going to chuck the chaff here. Also, you might see Snake do like a weird animation. When I chuck the last chaff, if I time it right, when I roll up the stairs, he'll actually look like he's dolphin diving, but it'll be like the weirdest animation. Chuck the other one here. And I need to equip the stinger. There you go. You saw it there. He like has his legs are like really stretched. Just climb up. Last set of stairs here. There we go. Into the Hind fight. The Hind fight pretty much works the same as it does in the original. I just got to stand there and shoot stingers at it, and then just follow where it goes. Every time whatever side you hit it on, it will always fly to the opposite direction of the side you hit it on. So if I hit it in like the left side, it'll fly to the right side. Vice versa. Any corner, if you fire it diagonally on one diagonal side, it'll just go to the other diagonal side of that. Luckily, because we're on normal, the Hind is actually pretty nice to us. In VE, the Hind can just be like take forever, because when he goes down in phase 2, when he goes down underneath, he can just take forever to come up. He can do that in any difficulty, but most of the time in higher difficulties above VE, he's quite often nice enough to not do that, and I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. Also, the stinger in TTS is just rubbish in comparison to what it is in 2 and even 1. It's horrible in this game. Half the time it loses track. Like there, where I was tracking it over there and it apparently missed.
Yeah, it's not quite the stinger from 2 hook-shotting rays.
No.
Dealing with 3 rays at once, it can barely deal with 1 helicopter.
It keeps disappearing. Oh, that's not going to count, I think. It's fine, I can get one here. I'm just going to stand here because that missile just doesn't hit you if you stand. It doesn't hit you if you stand anywhere, actually, to be honest. Just always hits the roof somewhere. Oh, right. Where is this guy? Is he underneath? He is underneath. Okay, yeah, he already went to phase 2. Oh, apparently I couldn't see him. He's playing around. So yeah, this is phase 2 where he just dips. And now he can stay down for quite a long time. He can just sit down there for a very long time. I'm hoping that he doesn't, because I need him to come up quicker. And usually, like I said, on high difficulties, he quite often will come up much quicker. but he could still be like VE. VE is just like random. He'll usually sit down for quite a while. I'm hoping he is nice and comes up. You can get another early shot as well. I'm going to go for them each time. Like, you can get a last shot before he goes down. There we go. Get an extra bit of damage before he goes down. He's actually being nice for once. He's actually coming up pretty quick. He's not staying down. Oh, I missed. Nice. Nice, going there. One more shot. We'll be done. You can usually tell when he's coming up because the helicopter makes a different sound just before he like flies up. Oh, there we go. That's it. Now I'm just going to grab the ration over here. I'm actually going to heal. And now I'm just going to sit back here. Out the way. And I'm actually going to equip the grenades.
Good hime fight. Can't do anything with
Yeah.
guys. Can't do anything about it.
It is RNG. It's just like it is what it is. I couldn't find him far off of it. He just, for some reason was just completely disappeared. This is like a run killer most of the time because you're like quite far into the run, and like if you just get a bad one, it's like you lose so much time. Just gonna grab this for safety. Now the descent, climb back down and use the elevator. Now I don't have any chaffs, so we're going to use the grenades instead this time. And I'm going to cook the grenades on specific floors and then throw them on other specific floors and in specific like spots. And then that's going to let me destroy the gun cameras if I do it correctly. So I'm going to cook here. It's like every other odd floor and then every even floor, and then it should be right there. Oof, I got 2 of them. That's usually how that goes. So I'll cook here. 21. And then I need to throw it on the first step of the even. Oh, missed again. I got 1 of them. What was it?
Well, if you get rid of 2 and 1, it stops them from lagging. Cameras
Yeah.
lag at 3, don't they? So like, it does help.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably because I'm not far enough over. So I'm gonna miss that one. Oh no, got that one. And we'll cook at 13 and throw it at 12. That might be too early. Oh, that worked. Yeah, that's fine. Switch to the C4 because I'm going to need it for the next one. There's like a mini boss fight, I suppose, in the elevator. It's the 4 horsemen. They're just guards that got stealth suits. But on every difficulty except for extreme, you can just use the C4 and it instant kills them. That's why we save a C4 from earlier. There is another one. If you use an extra one in the armory because you're not close enough to the wall to blow it up, you can grab one on the walkway before you go to Tower B. There's a spare one. Or a spare stack of them, I guess. A spare box one. So I'm just going to mash to plant it and then just mash to blow it up.
Perfection.
And then I'm going to grab all their ammo. And then I'm going to equip the stinger and then have it set on my previous. Now we're going to make our way to the snowfield because we need to get to the blast furnace because we need to continue the end of this game. And so we're going to fight someone we fought before, Sniper Wolf. It's Wolf 2. Grab that pen. Yeah, make sure I grab that pen, Taz, because I don't have any. This fight can be quite annoying. It's like pure RNG depending on where she starts and then where she runs to. And sometimes she'll like 180 on you. She'll literally just be running one direction and then immediately juke you. Like, just snaps around 180. And you just have to like deal with it, I suppose. She's gonna hit me here anyway. I think, yeah. Once again, I'm just going to go for headshots, but because I'm stood on the ammo, as soon as I run out of ammo, it's just going to collect the ammo for me straight away, so I'm just going to basically spam shots. So I'm always going to have ammo. So I'm just going to spam for headshots the whole time. if she doesn't do things like this, where she sits behind the tree. I missed it. Unfortunately, I still got to deal with the accelerated aim. Oh, and she's the furthest she can be on the right now. This is an awful spot to be in because she's the furthest far on the right. So she's gonna either peek, yeah, or run left. So she can only run left from here. She keeps hiding behind trees. Come on. Oh. Oh. There we go.
Sharp.
Not the best, but I'll take it.
I like how you non-lethal there, and then you instantly see her like get shot to bits in the cutscene.
Yeah. I'm gonna equip the SOCOM here. I'm gonna roll into it. There's a little shadow on the floor, like where the rock. There's a like little like hillside or like mountain side, or it's like a little concrete bit. You can see it. Use it to like know where the trigger is for that, and you just roll into it. And then we just disappear into the darkness, apparently. Blast furnace. And I picked up all the ammo off those guys in the elevator because of this specifically, because this next section is the cargo elevator fight. And I didn't actually need to pick up the chaff set. Oh. Come on. Yeah, so the cargo elevator fight is just another 3 guards, sorry, on the elevator. I think it's 3 or 4.
It's 4 in the cutscene, but 3 in reality.
And then I'm just going to kill it. I'm just basically going to spam SOCOM on them. They got armor because they're like heavy troops, so they'll take a few shots from the SOCOM and it won't do anything. You'll see them like just like flinch. But this is just the easiest way to do it, is just spam.
Yeah, in third person because you get the faster death animation, right?
And then there's FAMAS, and I'm going to equip the Stinger. Equip it, so that's ready for the next boss fight, which will be Vulcan Raven after these elevators. Notice how the cross on this one is the right size.
I wasn't thinking about anything else.
They fixed it in this one. Oof. Almost got hit, man. Unfortunately, we can't skip the codec. We do have to listen to it. There is no GME in this game, unfortunately. Yet. Yeah. Yet, yeah. You never know. I just like to draw lines, like a diamond around them. Alright, it's just something to do. Some people punch the birds. They do attack you. I'm going to grab another ration when I get down there. There's a ration behind the box before you go into...
Before the Raven fight on the...
Yeah. I'm just going to grab it for safety. I shouldn't need it, but... Can never have too many rations. Basically, I'm just going to do similar to how it is in MGS1, except for I'm just going to tank the shots. And then I'm going to switch to SOCOM. And I'm going to make the last shot with SOCOM, so I have SOCOM equipped. And that's Raven. Pretty simple fight. Just tank him, eat the rations. More codecs. I wish we could skip them faster, but unfortunately we can only just
I
double
think they're
tap.
pretty fast. I much prefer it to just one with like tapping every single line.
And that was a Raven's dog tag. It just pops out all the time, every time. Unless you're on like New Game Plus, if you've collected it. These guards will spot me. I'm gonna grab spare Stinger ammo just in case.
I think it's a really weird choice to put guards there instead of the gun turrets, but the gun turrets will like lag in the game, so you can tell why they did it.
Yeah, especially because that room has like 1 million of them, and normally.
It just doesn't make sense thematically that there would be
No.
guards there.
So I'm gonna ring Otacon because in TTS, like he normally, well, even in the original, as you saw, like he gives you 3 calls, but if you call him now, you can just skip those 3 calls by doing it early. Like these are the 3 calls that you would get like at triggers, but I just do it. You can go to the triggers if you want to, or you can just do it here. I choose to do it here because it's just easier.
Plus,
When I
like
walk up.
you don't have to worry about answering on the right or early or whatever. Like you've always got like you
Yeah.
essentially had perfect calls now,
Yeah.
or like frame perfect codecs for the rest of the time.
So I shoot to get that guy to stop moving along, and then I roll him, knock him off, and then I just kill that guard. Oh, forgot I had Sting on previous. And the backup unit, like they'll disappear because I'm gonna hit a trigger anyway. So they'll never find anyone, and we'll be good. And those guards won't respawn in normal. Like, they're gone for good, so I never have to worry about them. Just have to skip these, and then skip these cutscenes, and then retrieve the PAL key. You don't get an alert like you do in the original one, you just get pushed back out here. But, we do this drop here, and there's a chance, yep. And of course, just as I said it, it happens. There's a chance, there's literally like a set of frames in which you can just know, like you just miss that grab, like the input just won't register, and of course I got it. So like I went to grab it and it just didn't register my input. And there's nothing you can do about it, it's just unlucky.
You can't try and re-grab on that frame.
No.
You can't mash it either.
Oh my god.
You can't mash it, you can't grab on these frames.
No.
Yeah, it's
Oh no.
you set yourself up for failure though,
Yeah.
saying you're gonna do it.
It's true. It doesn't I don't normally get it. There we go.
That is one of the weirdest things
Yeah, I
in
know,
any
it's
Metal
just
Gear
like-
game.
Just a set of frames. And obviously, like it's near impossible to tell like what frames it is because you'd have to have a frame counter, and you just have to know. You'd have to like it would be so meticulous to like do it. I don't think anybody would even bother. Grab the power kit.
You always get the best rat in Twin Snakes, unlike
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 1, so it's better to deal with the rat. Is there even a drainage ditch in Twin Snakes?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's a big one.
I've ever seen anyone do it, like, you know, do the power key from the drainage ditch. I only ever see people do it from the rat. But yeah, the rat isn't, like, on a random part of its cycle, like Metal Gear Solid 1, it's always in the same
Yeah.
place.
The only time it won't be is if you chase it away. If you walk down there, it'll go into the vent and it'll disappear, but it'll come back. Right, I gotta take out the camera. Yeah, make sure I do that. Put this first key in, and then, as I said earlier, we don't have to backtrack. We don't have to go up the elevators. Like, we don't have to do any of that stuff. There's 2 pipes in this room on the other side of the room that we can just drop down to, shoot one of them, come back up, go back, shoot the other one, and they're just hot and cold pipes. They realised that backtracking's kind of like, I mean, it was a long backtrack. It does extend the original by quite a lot. So they just thought it would be easier to just let the players go here, drop down.
This one's easier to grab onto.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just that, like, I'm pretty sure it's just that, I think the coal one here. Pretty sure it's just that wire for whatever reason. No other ledge in the game, like, I mean, it might do, but, like, it just seems that no other ledge in the game fails. It always, like, grabs it. It's just, for whatever reason, that wire is just harder to grab. Probably because it's so thin. So yeah, not much in this. I guess if there's anything that the host want to say, now will be the time.
I love this choice in the game, even
What?
though it doesn't make sense thematically. Because if you think about it, when you do the backtrack, right,
Yeah.
you get the, you know, turn the monitor off.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Naomi's a spy, you know, like, not that one, sorry, that's before, but the one where she gets arrested and like, all that stuff, like, happens over a period of time while
Yeah.
you're traveling. And in this, it's just like, what is this supposed to happen instantly, like back to back?
I think, yeah, that's the idea they were going for. It's like, obviously in the game, like those elevators don't take long, but the idea is that like he probably took like 20-30 minutes going up and down. So it's like the idea like time passed and that stuff had happened outside of it.
Oh yeah, this is it. You know, place Naomi under arrest. Yeah. Like that's just happened in 5 seconds.
Yeah. There's no passage of time in TTS. It's just it just happened.
But I'll take it to not have to go and take the card for like the 954th time.
It does get tedious after a while when you keep doing it. So.
As a person who repeatedly plays the game to get a time as low as possible, it really annoys me when the game makes me go somewhere and stand still for a minute.
Yep. It's another long codec, which he talks about her life and Grey Fox, Frank Yeager. Last power key.
Oh no, Master Miller is Liquid Snake.
Do you like my sunglasses? I'm actually gonna do a little trick here. I'm gonna call Otacon early. You can call him as soon as that fades in. And now he'll actually be opening the door already. So by the time I get to the door, he'll basically be calling me. And I'm gonna equip the stinger because it'll immediately trigger as soon as I. Yeah, there we go. If you don't equip the stinger, you have to like step out the door. But I think you found it.
I don't think I did because I have never seen. I was like, I've never seen that before.
I thought you found. No, you MGS1, which you was like you look at the door, don't you? That was your thing,
No, I look in first person, so the codec pulls you out of it, so you can get the codec as early as possible.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I wish I found that. That is awesome.
I was getting confused. That's why I need to move.
No, I only find stuff that saves at 1 frame. So that saves at least 7.
Dodge the laser.
Hit Rex in its radar dome.
Yep.
In the first phase, and in the second phase, hit it straight in the open mouth.
Yeah. We have to move on that one just to like stop so you don't take damage or lots of damage. But in the second phase, we'll just sit there and take damage. I'll just equip the rations. Because he only shoots like machine guns at you anyway in the second phase. To be honest, this seems a little bit funnier in the original, in the PC version than the original, because you can GME and it's weird because Snake's just in third person with an invisible stinger in his hands and he's just sitting up and down. You can't do that in this, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm just not going to move here. I'm just going to stay where I'm at, equip the stinger, and yeah, just blast Liquid in the face. He's just going to step back, and then he'll let me shoot him twice here, and then he'll step forward again. And then he'll probably step back, yeah, usually. Mixes it up a little bit. And then he'll step forward, probably. Oh.
Believe in yourself, you were right. You were right. Let's go, he killed Rex.
Now for the Liquid fight. There's multiple ways to do this. I'm just going to do it the way that I normally do it. There is actually a Liquid Infinite on TTS as well. It's completely different to... It like works the same way in sense, but the way to do it is completely different and it's really hard to set up, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go for what we call the lottery roll, which is we're going to get him into a position where I'm going to do this early roll here, the JM chunk, and then I'm going to stand in spots to get him to walk in a specific position. I want him in that corner there, and then I'm going to... Oh, he dodged me. I'm going to double punch him and then roll into him, and if I have the angle correctly, I'll get a chunk of his health just completely destroyed. And if I get a good one, I'll get like half his HP down. This is the only problem with it. It's like, oh, now he's too close to me. Go in the corner, Liquid. Pro. Oh, no, I didn't roll. Of course. All that and I didn't roll. Oh. As long as he doesn't go into phase, like, he changes phases based on damage. So... He's probably, yeah, he's going to say he's in phase 2 now. So now I'm just going to sit here and keep cycling punches on him. And avoiding his one. He's going to fall off here. I need to get him there. Move out. He's going to phase 3 in a minute. He'll do a charge on me. He'll try and headbutt me. And that's when I'll know he's in phase 3. There we go. He was about to do it then. I stopped him. Oh. It's too close. There we go. You don't actually have to knock him off in TTS. You just have to finish him. Through these cutscenes. Unfortunately, we submitted, so we got the Otacon ending.
Better ending. Not sure
Some would say.
Not sure about this line.
Uh-oh, a surveillance camera.
That one really bothers me. I know people complain about the delivery of the lines in this game, but that one really bothers me.
So I'm just going to sit here because these guards don't do anything. They'll just keep shooting the wall. And then as soon as he's pretty much ready to go, they'll chuck a grenade. Oh, they're also going to have to mute the credits anyway, just because it'll start before. Because it does have strikeable music on it.
Yeah, we won't play it anyway, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
time at,
Yeah, it'll be
the
time
whiteout.
out. They just in case they're running in the background, that's all.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same as it is in OG and just one. They'll just sit in a specific spot. Otacon will spin the car around. I'll shoot the barrels on the first one. It's a little bit off on that one. Shoot the 2 barrels. And then just kill this guard because the barrel's way further away. Doesn't make sense. And then I'll just wait for it to fade out, and then we'll get liquid. The only difference in TTS is because lights are a thing in the MGS2 engine, like his vehicle lights, his Jeep lights behind you. So I'll try and get rid of it. I got one of them out at least. Also, his hitbox is just as jank as it is in MGS, the original in this, like in this section. For whatever reason, his hitbox is just jank. Like half your shots will just miss. This is the worst bit for it. You can see there, like I'm literally shooting him and then nothing. You just got to find the right spot, basically. Time is coming up. Should be after this codec or after the next cutscene. There'll be text on screen. It'll have text on screen, and that's when time is. And that's time.
I'm sorry about your hanger.
No, that's alright.
It was like as soon as the gunshot went up, I'm like, that guy's gonna call.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
You just have to, if this plays out or whatever, like while you're doing stuff, just mute it because it's got credits. It's got music on it. So yeah. Final. Thanks for having me. It's the first time I'm going to UKSG. I have wanted to go before, but just never got around to it. So thanks for having me at UKSG. And yeah, I mean, shouts to everyone. Apache, shouts to Apache for doing comms. Man's been here like all day pretty much doing comms for everyone. So shouts to shouts to everyone. Shouts to having me.
Yeah, that was the Metal Gear block. We didn't mean to finish at 5 o'clock in the morning. We got pushed kind of last minute, but just remember, if you want someone to move 4 runs all at the same time on 2 minutes notice, just call us the Metal Gear speedrunners. Awesome.
Yeah. That's it.
Thank you, Fieri and Patrick. We had another round of applause in the room for the entire MGS block. What a wonderful set of runs with a little hand tap off. Patrick's been putting in a cracker of a shift today, my man. Ladies and gentlemen at home, you are tuned into UKSG Blue. We are actually here in Glasgow, Scotland, raising money for Crisis, a homeless charity based in the UK. And up next, we actually have a relatively popular MMORPG, I believe, coming up as Guild Wars 2. And I would like to shout out a quick last-minute bid war incentive for them, because as far as I'm aware, you actually, at home, get to choose the glamorous outfit that our runner actually has to do the run in, as much as I can say here that so far you've chosen a questionable maid outfit, but you do have a chance to snipe that, because we do have to go to a small intermission and get set up for that run there. So anybody wants to get a donation in and let us let us know what an Ebon Vanguard is. I know that I and a lot of members in the room would probably appreciate that. So we'll go to a wee intermission and get back to you as soon as.